Zang Fu, The Organ System of Traditional Chinese Medicine by Jeremy Ross. Chapter 2, The Framework. In the West, the word body indicates the physical aspect, the body as distinct from the mind, or the body as distinct from the spirit. In this book, the word body implies not only the complex of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects, but also the ongoing interaction between this complex and the external environment. This interaction manifests as the changing patterns of behavior that are variously termed the way of life, the lifestyle, or simply the life of the individual. In Western medicine, the emphasis is on a structural framework, bones, muscles, and other tissues, inhabited by the organs and permeated and integrated by the blood, endocrine, and nervous systems. In Chinese medicine, the emphasis is on a framework of functional interrelationships. TCM is more concerned with the functional aspects of the Zang Fu and the substances that flow through them than with their structures. In TCM, there is a functional framework of 4 main interwoven categories: substances, Jing Luo, Zang Fu, and tissues. By the action of the Zang Fu, the basic substances are transformed and transported, especially via Jing Luo, to all the tissues of the body. Substances. The basic substances of TCM are qi, or energy, shui, or blood, jing, essence, and shen, spirit, and jingye, or body fluids. The term substances does not imply energy or matter. All is relative. For example, wei qi, or defensive qi, is relatively more energetic. Yin qi, or nutritive qi, is relatively more material. Jing is relatively more material than qi, but less material than shui. The substances are the subject of the next chapter. Jing Luo. There is considerable vagueness and ambiguity surrounding the use of the terms Jing, Mai, and Luo, and their combinations Jing Luo, Jing Mai, and Luo Mai. Mai. This term has 2 main meanings: the pulse, and the other is vessels. Mai may indicate the pulse in the sense of the rhythmic, pulsating movement of the substances in the vessels, and it may also indicate the vessels themselves, in terms of the network that limits and directs the movement of qi and shui within the body. There is an interdependence of qi, shui, and mai, in which qi provides the dynamic force associated with the movement of the substances through the vessels. Shui is the more substantial aspect, filling the vessels and being confined by them. And Mai is both the system of vessels containing the substances and the rhythmic pulsations in the movement of the substances in the vessels. Hence, it is said that Mai moves in accordance with qi and that shui moves in accordance with the Mai qi. Also, that Mai confines the qi and the shui moves within the Mai. In common use, Mai means veins, but in traditional medical use, Mai indicates the system of pathways through which the substances, especially qi and shui, are distributed around the body. The term shu mai is sometimes used to indicate that part of the Mai system more concerned with the movement of shui than with the movement of qi. The shui mai system has superficial resemblances to the vascular system of Western medicine, but there are fundamental differences. Mai is therefore a term which includes those systems which carry predominantly qi and those which carry predominantly shui. But little distinction may be made between these systems, and the exact meaning of mai will depend on the context. Jing. Jing refers to the warp thread in a piece of fabric, and has the meaning of to go through, to steer through, or to direct. In TCM, Jing refers to the network of energy pathways. The term Jingmai means to direct energy through definite pathways. In practice, the terms Jing, Mai, and Jingmai may be used interchangeably to refer to the system of pathways through which qi and shui move around the body. The Jingmai system is variously referred to as pathways, meridians, conduits, channels, or vessels. The use of the word Jing in this sense may be differentiated from the word Jing means essence by the context. Jing Luo. Jing means to direct, and Luo means a net, a network, a connecting or attaching system. Jing or Jingmai may refer to the main vessels or channels, and Luo or Luomai may refer to the branch vessels or collaterals. Hence, Jing Luo is often translated as channels and collaterals. For example, the phrase Dang Jing Luo refers to the channels and collaterals, or main and branching vessels of Dan. There is common misconception that Jing Luo or Jing Mai carry qi, whereas Shui Mai carry shui. Jing Luo carry both qi and shui, and indeed certain texts translate Jing Luo as blood vessels. The Jing Luo system of channels and collaterals forms a network of pathways connecting together all parts of the body, so that the substances, especially qi and shui, may be transported between all the Zang Fu and tissue systems. Jing Luo, though invisible, are considered to have a definite physical reality, but this reality is more in terms of functions than of structure. Acupuncture points. All acupuncture treatment is based upon the use of the acupuncture points. These points upon the channels, just below the surface of the body, at specific anatomical locations, represent points at which the flow of substances within the channels can be adjusted in order to restore harmony. The Jing Luo, their distribution and patterns of disharmony, and the acupuncture points and their indications are dealt with thoroughly elsewhere, and will not be considered separately in this book. Zang Fu. The Zang Fu may be described as the organ system of Chinese medicine, providing it is understood that they are organ systems in terms of functional interrelationships, rather than in terms of specific structures, and that they do not correspond to the organ systems of Western medicine. Tissues. The main tissues of TCM are the bones, tendons, flesh, blood vessels, and skin. The eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and tongue are regarded as the upper orifices or as a sense of organs, depending on the context. The lower orifices being those of the anus, urethra, and genitals. The curious organs are the marrow, brain, bones, uterus, blood vessels, and gallbladder. Bones and blood vessels are regarded as tissues or as curious organs, depending on the context. The tissues are perhaps the nearest thing to structures in Chinese medicine, but their importance must still be considered more in terms of their function and of their interrelationships with the other organ systems in the body. Summary. There is an exchange of energy and materials between the body and the external environment. Air, food and drink entering the body, and waste materials leaving it. The Zang Fu are involved in this interchange with the environment, and also within the body in the metabolism of the basic substances, and in their transportation, mainly via Jing Luo and Mai, to all parts of the body, including the tissues, orifices, and curious organs.